Yeah.
We let that shit go down in 5, 10 years. They're going to have kids raising their children to be big, strong motherfuckers, then turn into women and take over the sport and get $1 million contracts. Watch.
Favorite guy, Jungle Ty, back here on another recording. Now, today we got your guy, Boosie Badass, aka LGBTQK advocate. Yeah, that's right. Your boy Boosie does not play with this community. And, you know, he's got one of his assailants with him, Vlad, who asked him about what does he think about the transgender. I believe her name is Leah Thomas. What does he think about her winning the swim competition? And Boosie goes on to explain from somebody who doesn't usually come from a logical standpoint of why he's against the LGBT community. I will say this time he had a very logical point. And it was beyond the fact that a man could become, he could be 2,000, 3,000 in the men's competition and then switch over, say he's transgender, switch over to the women's and become first place. No, Boosie took it a little deeper. He says, what about the men who specifically will lie because there's a check involved? See, that's the thing about this gray area, what they can build with this whole transgender, who playing in what sports brackets, because the reason it has nothing to do with, a lot of times it has nothing to even do about sexuality from what I've seen. It has to do with just making sports fair. That's why they have age groups, 12 and under, 14 under, 16 under, because it has to be fair and compete in boxing. You have to have weight levels because it has to be fair when you're competing in sports to even be able to decide who's the real competitor, who's the real winner here. So Boosie responds with, yeah, dudes are going to be doing it for the money. And I will say, somebody who doesn't really always agree with Boosie's stance on this community, I will say he is 100% right here. So, but I got a question for you dads in the comments. Pull up in the comments. Let me know. Because I'm a father with a daughter, and I want to know, if your daughter puts blood, sweat, and tears in for a sport, and she loses to somebody who is transgender, and she cannot there is no way she can physically train to possibly beat them in a sport, what would you do? What advice do you give your daughter, and how would you react? What is your thoughts on this? What do you do? And what do we do as fathers going forward who are pushing their daughters into sports? What do we do from here? So pull up in the comment sections. I really want to know. Dads, let me know. What would you do, and what do you plan on doing going forward about female having daughters and competing against transgenders in the same sport? It's your favorite guy, Jungle Tide, who's outside tapping. Love y'all, gang.